Why wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy a flop? How will Harrison Ford's broken leg affect Star Wars Episode 7? Will Channing Tatum, Steve Carell, Ben Affleck surprise us all by getting nominated for Oscars this year? And is Joaquin Phoenix a little too weird for Doctor Strange? All of these questions will be answered and more in this episode of Film Smart.
On today's episode, we're starting off with Guardians of the Galaxy passing $500 million worldwide. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's great news for Marvel, and I think it's great news for superhero films in general, because now they can do obscure characters that they might have been tentative about doing before. So Ant-Man doesn't seem crazy, Black Panther, Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange don't seem crazy, Inhumans don't seem crazy.
Anybody in the Justice League. Yeah. Now Warner Brothers has absolutely no excuse.
Yeah, so Warner Brothers, even though they might be put on suicide watch for the success of Guardians of the Galaxy, are also happy about how great it's doing, because that means they can do some crazy stuff now too.
Well,
Justice League Dark.
Like I was saying earlier, it's one of those things now where it's not just Marvel fans going and seeing it. It's like, okay, this is a great movie. They go and tell their friends, and that's why it's at $500 million worldwide. Where, that's not what they expected from this film. They expected the normal Marvel people to show up, watch the movie.
Yeah.
They'd make their money, but $500 million was just an absurd number going in.
For Guardians.
And
for Guardians. But
some people were saying, it's going to flop. I never thought it was going to flop, because it's a Marvel movie, I thought.
Going into it, I thought it was going to flop.
You thought it was going to flop?
Well, I didn't think it was going to get anywhere.
But we have to remember, doing $300 million is not a flop. That's a good
right.
movie.
I was saying, I didn't think it would pass $200 million at that. I thought they would be lucky to, make a profit.
Oh, I didn't think that.
So,
but I know some people did. Crazy, but some people did think that. What's our next topic, Alan?
Our next topic is Harrison Ford's leg is healed, and they're going to resume the filming for Star Wars Episode 7. Great news about that. I mean, he's, 72 now?
Yeah.
So
almost.
Breaking a leg like that, that's really crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to imagine. He did it in filming, correct? And that they put their self behind. That wasn't an obligation on him at all. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's great that they're moving along with it. But when you get to be an age like that, and you're doing action films like Star Wars or Avengers or Justice League, it's easy for you to get injured. We saw even last year with what I think it was 48, Robert Downey Jr. got injured, or 2 years ago, with Iron Man 3. He broke something. So, I mean, once you get past 40, it's harder and harder to get back into shape and continue to do these things, especially when you're 71, I think.
Wasn't the article that we read said his leg is healed? The strength isn't there yet.
Yeah.
I know, us, in a cast for 3 months, rehabilitation for a month or two, 5 months. With a 72-year-old man, that could be 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a long time.
There's also ways of getting around it. You could do more shots of him sitting down.
Yeah.
You can get around that. You can film his upper body more.
Right.
You can
body doubles.
You can put CGI legs and stuff. I mean,
you can just go get a stunt man and just not film directly on his face. I mean, there's many ways to work.
Yeah, there's ways to work around it. So there's always a way with movies. So it's easy. What's our next topic?
Gone Girl TV spots filled. I don't know much about it, but what do you guys think about it?
I know you were really excited.
Well, yeah, this is my next big anticipated movie, because I'm so excited to see Ben Affleck as Batman, and I'm not a big fan of Rosamund Pike, but it's a David Fincher film, and he's made all these great movies. So I think
Fight Club.
And you can even tell, all the trailers, they scream his style, the lighting and all that, the way, even the shots.
It looks a lot like The Social Network, and I mean, you can see the similarities.
I'm just really excited to see that. It looks like everybody's giving a great performance. I know people who have seen the first 15 minutes saying Ben Affleck might have an Oscar nomination for Best Actor.
Finally, look good for his Batman gig that people are still.
People are so angry about.
Why are they angry? I don't understand that. He's a great actor.
Because of Daredevil and Geely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
They disregard Argo.
the
They
town.
disregard the
right.
town. I mean,
They disregard his great movies.
Yeah. They just look back 11 years ago and then they
I'm
attack.
surprised people don't attack Henry
But I
Cavill for doing
guarantee-
Immortals.
I guarantee you, when he gets nominated for an Oscar for Gone Girl, they'll
People,
shut up.
yeah. Well, no, they'll talk.
No, they'll-
oh no, he shouldn't have got it.
No, they'll say
and
awards
then-
mean nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then when he goes and wins another one, then they'll
Then
shut
they'll
up.
say, you know what? They should have given it to Leo.
Like
he
every
wasn't
year.
nominated this year, but he should have gotten it. Lord, I'm so tired of that. But that's a whole nother topic,
And then
which I'm going to make a video about and go off.
And then on top of that, the Foxcatcher trailer released. That
Mhm.
was good.
Mhm.
The whole idea, pulled me in. It was like just any football movie where they.
It's
a wrestling.
Well, no.
Did you watch the
I
trailer?
know it's wrestling. What I was saying was any of the big football movies about the big, turnovers, people being successful, the drama that comes with it. I think it would be a cool take to see the wrestling side of that.
Oh,
Because
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Because there's no really big wrestling movies that I can think of.
well, I can, but like The Wrestler. But
Okay.
yeah, that was a good one. But anyway, this movie, they really focused on Steve Carell's character.
Mm-hmm.
They had been focusing on Channing Tatum's character, but they focused on him, which I really liked. How he's kind of egotistical and he's crazy. But so I'm really excited. And we were just talking about Gone Girl, Foxcatcher, and then Interstellar, which they didn't release a trailer, but those are like my 3 most
Big.
anticipated movies of the year.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the year.
Well, not only is the whole thing with like the coach and stuff, but the whole trailer seemed dark. Like it didn't seem like it was a happy movie. It seemed very
not the
It's
premise.
really
yeah,
tragic. Yeah.
the whole thing. Yeah, and it's just a
Gone Girl.
different side to sports movies that you don't see often.
A lot of these movies coming out, the ones that we're excited about, are all grim. Gone Girl, about
Yeah.
a woman going missing. This one about the guy killing, Channing Tatum's brother. Interstellar, the world running out of food. There's no food in the solar system that can help them. That's crazy. I mean, these are all dark, depressing premised movies.
Yeah,
But I'm sure they'll have some resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you don't see that often.
What?
Just in film with the topics that are coming up, like Interstellar, brand new topic. No one has ever thought about going in, forward in time because of like food.
With the wormhole and everything.
Yeah,
It's a
that-
very interesting premise.
yeah.
Yeah, and last year's Oscar bait movies seemed to have a little bit more of a happier tone.
Mhm.
I mean, there were sad things like 12 Years a Slave and Gravity, but they had happy endings. Whereas I feel like a Foxcatcher won't have a happy ending because it ends with the guy getting killed.
Yeah, with the tragedy.
So in Gone Girl, we don't know. They might change. They said they were going to change the ending to the book,
Mm-hmm.
and so that could. Who knows what that means?
Yeah.
And then Interstellar, I'm sure there'll be some resolution in that. But yeah, that's exciting. What's the
Okay.
next topic?
Anthony and Joe Russo, they speak of a Captain America 3. What do you guys think of that? Just there's many broad topics covered, so I guess you guys can just kind of skim over what they were.
Mm-hmm. They talked some about Bucky and how they're going to identify the character and how he's going to be in the sequel and his role and all that. They didn't really give much away, so there's nothing really to say about that. But they were asked about Red Skull and if they could see him again come back, and they gave a no comment. So, I mean, you never know. You know what that means. They might have thought about that for a second. So,
Yeah.
that's all we can really say for now.
And for the last topic, you guys want to go into that now?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is Doctor Strange. Well, it's
He's in
not official, but he's in his final talks.
mhm.
That's big news.
I mean, he's 3-time Oscar nominee,
right.
great actor. So
Like the first thing I thought of was Johnny Cash, him acting as Johnny Cash in Walk the Line, and he was great in that. So
first thing came to mind was actually a film he didn't get nominated for, but Her.
Yeah, I
And
loved
really,
Her.
I really liked that movie. And then also Gladiator came to mind. But he's perfect because he's weird.
yeah,
And Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor
Right.
Strange isn't actually the actual character of Doctor Strange isn't a weird guy. He's like Tony Stark. He's a douchebag, and he only cares about himself.
and money.
But then he gets these powers, and his powers is what bring the strange stuff into it. But I'm excited. I could totally see him with those gray streaks in his hair and
Mhm.
mustache. I think that could work. So I'm excited to see how he'll fit into the Avengers world.
it'll be different because he hasn't played the role of a superhero before, and I can honestly say I couldn't see him as that until they presented him as Doctor Strange. Because if you said he was going to be a Superman, it'd be no. Batman, no.
But that's the thing about superheroes. There's so many different types.
They're so varied throughout the whole superhero world.
And I would love to. I'm really interested in how he'll pull off the eccentric side of Doctor Strange, because he hasn't really done that much. Usually he plays serious
like
roles.
Although to themselves character.
In Gladiator, he played a douchebag, so that could work. I mean, he was eccentric in that movie, so a different type of eccentric. But I could see it working, so I'm really excited about that. And Marvel continues to add great actors, whether it's Michael Douglas, Robert Redford, Samuel L. Jackson, Downey. I mean, they keep adding great actors, so I'm excited. Is that about it?
Yeah, that was our last topic.
All right, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and as always, stay film smart.